3, 2.
What's up, everyone? I am your host, Nikki Marie.
Your boy, M Extra.
Sticks Mitchell, Sticks Show. Find me. We got a wonderful guest today, man. My guy, we're gonna let him introduce himself, man.
Your boy Bryce Jones.
Yeah. You can find him on Instagram, BMagic _BMagic32, man. We definitely gonna get into our questioning for him
this
later
is Sports
on.
Talk Radio, if you didn't know already.
Good show today. Good show for you guys.
Congratulations to the Raptors.
Yeah, congratulations.
For all y'all Kawhi Leonard fans like myself, let's get into that. Congratulations.
No, definitely. Congratulations. No one expected them to do it. It was a feat that may have an asterisk on it because of some injuries, but I look at it as maybe a little dynasty in the works, if Kawhi stays.
Do you guys think that Kawhi would stay where he is right now with the Raptors? You think he's comfortable?
I think that people
Feeling
feel
like a
because
winner?
they
Feeling
don't
like
have
a
cap
winner?
space and they don't have draft picks that he doesn't feel like they can repeat as champions or have a 3 or 4 year run. But I feel like they can because you got a guy like Marc Gasol who came in and he didn't even have a chance to get acclimated to the team. He played like the last 15 games. You got a guy like Serge Ibaka who was unselfish, who was starting, who said, you know what, I want to win. When you got pieces like that, up and coming Pascal Siakam, most improved player the other night, Fred VanVleet, you got young guys that are coming up as well. You can build. Nolan Powell, you can build with just your team that you have.
I think one of the more important things too is that the coach that they have is an empowering coach. He's somebody that young players can play for. He gives them confidence. He always speaks highly of his players. He never bashes guys in the media. You always hear him encouraging guys to take more shots and be a bigger role in the offense. So I think they have the perfect coach in place to get these young guys acclimated and move forward.
What's your take on it?
I feel like they are they proven to be a championship team, but now it's free agency, so you don't know, like guys like Fred VanVleet, GMs are looking at him to come in and play roles, or it's all up to what role players want to do now. Now they proven.
But if you a guy like Fred VanVleet, you got to look at it though. You got a supporting role, a backup role with Kyle Lowry, right? You can do the Dennis Schroeder thing and try to play, starter minutes.
That works.
But it only worked for Dennis Schroeder for so long. Right. He might be a career backup. Right. Fred, it's working for you to be a backup. If you can get a couple dollars there in Toronto, they love you there. The grass is always greener. And that's what a lot of young guys don't realize. They look over there and they say, yeah, I can get a starting spot. Look at Terry Rozier. Yeah. Ready to get out from under Kyrie, but wait until you get that starting role. Now a lot more pressure coming. Now all the players is on you to call. Now those all-star point guards you're playing against every night is your job to stop. When you the role guy, you can come in, play him 94, get up at him, and you good. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? He tired when you get in, so you dictating pace. It's not the same when you at the helm. So guy like Fred VanVleet, my advice: stay where you at, enjoy it, and grow in that role. Because when Kyle Lowry's ready to leave, he can pass it off to you. They don't do that no more.
I think
like quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying?
Like teams are starting to adapt that mentality though, where they're taking guys who are willing to accept their role and willing to move beyond the selfishness.
Look at their whole team. Everybody's like it's team first. Kyle Lowry don't care if he gets 0. Yeah. He gets 7 assists, 8 rebounds, and he feel good about that night if we win. When you got a formula and they learned how to win. It's so underrated being able to win. Yeah. I was on teams that lost and we took our woes and then we started winning. And we was like, that's how you close out a game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They know how to close out series now.
I realize like some people that do play and they don't have that team mentality, they usually just look at the person who's at fault and blame that person and start attacking them like, yo, you made us lose the game. But it's good that people have that selfless mentality where they're like, yo, you did what you could.
Team first.
Right.
Team first.
Especially in a day like today where guys are always looking for clout. Everybody's about the individual.
Yes.
Everybody's bigging up their personal brand, their personal agenda. So
that's why I brought up the free agency thing. Because like now the guys put themselves out there to make money.
Yeah.
So guys are money hungry. I know a lot of players are just money hungry. I know it's a lot of money in the NBA. It's a lot of money in that business.
Shout out to the fans, though.
Yeah, because as far as like say the team camaraderie, like if guys want to continue to win, I think God should stay, get their extensions, and just grind
No,
it out.
definitely. I feel like it's you look at Giannis, and I know we're gonna talk about him next. But when you have a guy who's unselfish at the top, it just trickles down to the rest of the team. Everybody's gonna hold themselves accountable because it's like, this guy's unselfish. Like Kawhi's not saying anything.
Right.
It's not about me. It's about everybody. When it's like that, you're gonna have a great environment in terms of chemistry. Giannis, all right, got the MVP at the NBA Awards. Took a little long for him to get that award. We'll talk about that in a minute. But what I want to talk about is, was he deserving of that MVP, guys? After getting beat by Kawhi in the playoffs in the fashion he got beat. To have Kawhi man up with him and take him out 4 games in a row. Talk to me.
My thinking is Kawhi already got the MVP for finals.
All right.
So give Giannis something.
I mean, he was the regular season MVP.
Token of appreciation.
I feel like he was the best offensive player and defensive player on his team and pretty much in the conference if you take it in totality, because Kawhi sat out a large amount of games with the load management thing. But Giannis was out there pretty much every night for his team, laying it on the line on both ends of the floor, which is why I think he edged out Harden, was because of how much of an impact he makes defensively, especially at guarding the rim, being that rim protector, blocking shots. And, that's something that I feel like catapulted him over Harden for the MVP award.
Especially winning that many games, too.
Yeah.
Winning about 60-something games.
Hey, listen, you see, the NBA, what I love about the NBA is they don't mind changing. I ain't gonna worry about the backlash and what people are gonna think. This game is not perfect. It needs to change. So when they made the NBA awards June 24th at the end of the season, I assumed that those awards would be predicated on not just regular season, but playoff performances.
So overall.
Right? If you take the award show to the end of the year, you are saying that regular season and playoff performances count, right? Pascal Siakam, if they didn't win a championship, would he have won Most Improved Player? I don't know. D'Angelo Russell made an All-Star game. He didn't. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I know that those guys who are voting are putting in playoff and finals, performances. I know they're doing that, but they don't want to come out and say it, right? So let's be fair. Giannis was the regular season MVP. Kawhi was the playoff and finals MVP. We're going to give 2 awards, but let's make sure that we kind of highlight Kawhi at an award show some way to put the finals MVP there. Let him come, accept his award, say a few words. You know what I mean? Let him get his praise, because that's the true feat. I played in tournament basketball. I played in playoffs overseas. It's just heightened. It's heightened. It's nothing like the regular season. Guys are playing harder. Guys are retaining more. You get a chance to play against a team multiple times and know their tendencies. So playoff basketball is tougher. I give the preference to the better player in playoff time.
And I think that's why fans, reporters, everybody is starting to place the onus on winning. That's the most important thing at the end of the day. Regular season stats don't matter.
And that's the 60 wins, though. The 60 wins is what got them over the hump. If 3 other teams in the NBA would have gotten 60 wins, they were the only 60-win team. He may have not gotten them. If Harden could have edged out 4 more wins, because they were on a roll at the end of the year. They got all the way to almost the 2nd spot before they lost the last 2 games. But, man, I see a lot for Giannis coming up in the future.
All right, raise your hand if you're a Knicks fan.
Don't tell me we're about to talk about the debacle, which was the draft. Now, guys, listen, I know we didn't have a show since the draft, okay? Zion Williamson didn't go to the Knicks, for anyone who didn't realize what's going on.
And we didn't even get
and
to
this
say
is not
our
a Knicks. We're not pumping up the Knicks. We're not. We
going
love
for
RJ
RAPTORS.
Barrett. All right, RJ, if you're watching this,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tag you. We love you, kid. We love you on the show. Okay, I love your heart, love your spirit. You can play the 1, the 2, the 3, maybe a little bit of the 4 in the new NBA. All right, so just stay in the gym and stay humble, kid. Love your family aspect. But let's talk about Zion Williamson. He gets picked number 1 by the Pelicans. Anthony Davis heads to LA in a blockbuster trade, if you want to call it, for some young guys. I don't know if you want to call that blockbuster. But the big question of the day is, will Zion win a championship with the Lakers' young busters?
First of all, I think it's too early to tell.
Of course it's too early, but we're speculators.
We've seen
That's
his
what we do.
skills outside of the NBA, but let him get to a game first.
Summer League's up in a minute, July 4th.
and
So
I think
that's gonna be
can't.
lit.
I think
can't
for
say
me,
that.
the reason why Zion is going to be effective immediately is because he plays with such a high energy level on both ends of the floor.
But will he win a championship?
I don't think that he's going to win a championship
Will he
with
bring the same
Lonzo
energy?
Ball and the current makeup of the team that they have
Really?
now. I don't see a championship in their future right now. I feel like
I'll destroy you in a second.
Wait, can we switch
I
gears for
feel
a
like-
second?
What are you trying to say?
Wait,
are you being
'cause
sexual?
Because he brought up Lonzo Ball, so I'm like,
Oh.
I just want to
I
switch
thought
gears
you
for a
were
second.
being. I thought I had to call HR, man. Don't speak to me like that. My God.
If you
Fix my
guys,
shirt.
can we
speak,
switch
wait,
gears?
wait.
Is that what you said?
Switch gears with me?
Hold on, folks.
Oh my God.
Hold on, folks. We just went through
That was
this.
so vulgar.
Nikki, you're gonna have to tone it down.
My God, can we stay on topic
All
here?
right, yeah.
You women
Go back,
today
go back,
are
go
getting
back
more
to
and more
Zion.
Listen, Mike.
Go back to Zion.
Listen, I'm gonna show you right now. For any championship team, you need a point guard who defends, right? Steph Curry, right? Guys who defend.
You just named Steph Curry as
Yeah,
a
he's
point guard
defensive.
that defends.
Yeah, he defends.
Defends what?
Defends the basketball.
Defends. No.
He defends his position.
I'm with you, Bryce.
I think
He
he's a good
defends his
shooter.
position. Kyle Lowry defends his position.
You can't put Kyle Lowry's defense and Steph Curry's
That's a
defense
coach's decision.
in the same sentence.
That's a coach's
Wait,
decision.
that ain't-
Yo, my coach
that's
tell
ain't-
me I gotta get over here and run up and down with this
No,
guard. I'm
no,
gonna get up and
you
down
can't
and run
do
with
that.
that. I'm gonna do what the
You
coach
can't
tell
do
me. I'm a
that.
coachable
You
guy.
can't do that.
Steph's defense is his offense.
See, you
all
said.
right. Let me elaborate.
Yes.
Wait, because you said you were going to
Offense.
kill me, and now you're starting off on the wrong foot.
Yo,
on the wrong foot.
Stephen Curry defends his position. See, this is
mean
what
as a
Eagle Dollar
shooter?
was talking about the other day, man. God's not respecting this little guy, man.
Oh,
He
man.
defends his position. Now,
You mean
because
as
he
a
has to go
shooter?
over and guard two guards in playoff series.
He's guarding shooters.
Yeah, he's
In
not,
playoff
he's not
series
guarding
because of his
traditional
legs.
Shooting guards.
Right.
Shooting guards.
No.
Shooting
He's
guards.
guarding shooters, not
Yeah,
two. He's
yeah.
not guarding.
When the other guy's a good shooting guard, he
not
Oh,
guarding-
okay. Well,
he's not
and that,
guarding
well
other
then
guys.
that's a coach's decision. That
No, that's the best interest of your
Like
team.
Lonzo
decision.
Ball?
yeah, best interest of your team.
Lonzo Ball is gonna guard the one.
Yeah.
Anybody at the
All
one
the
or
time.
the two, they could jump to the two
Okay,
and guard
no
them.
matter who's no matter
When
who's playing.
when NBA guards talk about Steph Curry, do they say he play defense? I've seen interviews.
No.
I'm gonna
way.
pull up some stuff, all right? I'm gonna
We-
post some
we
stuff.
gotta- we
I
gotta-
seen
I gotta see
interviews
that.
with NBA guards,
I've never
a la
heard him
Damian
be a
Lillard, a
defensive
la
player.
CJ McCollum saying, nah, Steph could play defense. Ain't stronger than you
Nicki's
think,
never
man.
even
They
heard
give him a lot of
Nicki's
credit.
never even
They give him a
heard
lot
him.
of credit, man.
Anyone
Nicki's
say
never
that?
heard of him. Nicki's never heard of him.
50.
So it doesn't count.
Dame
If I've
give
never
Clay
heard.
50. That's
I'm
that's
not going
Steve
for
Kerr fault. He should
I mean,
put
if he
Curry on
give
him.
him 50 to Klay
All right, let
Thompson,
me tell you this. Why would I have Steph Curry on the ball when all you're gonna do is set a screen and then get him off the ball anyway?
No, that's not what's gonna
That's the
happen.
name of the game in the NBA.
That's not-
Damian Lillard come up every time and get a pick
You
and
wanna
roll.
know what be happening? If you pay attention to the Rockets series, the Golden State will switch everything. When the Rockets have momentum, they will switch. They will go where Steph is, get the switch, and attack. All they
Okay,
was doing.
okay. Yeah, they're gonna go at his body. They're gonna go at his legs. If you attack him on defense, then you hurt his offense. I understand what you're saying. But what I'm telling you is that when you're a guard like Stephen Curry and you come out and guard Chris Paul. Now Chris Paul comes down the court, calls this little play, and now he go, bam, screen right to you. That's what you're getting hit with. They're trying to avoid all of that. So they put him on a guy who wants to run around and shoot the ball, so he don't have to be, on the ball getting banged up, getting switched on the 5-man. Because as soon as the 5-man hit him, what are you gonna do? Take him right to the paint. Come here. So what they're trying to do is conserve his body and conserve his energy.
I feel
Don't
like
think
they-
they're making him run away from his defensive responsibilities. Don't think
they
that,
do,
man.
bro.
It's easy to think that when we're on the couch. See, this is what I be talking about. We're on the couch and we watch it, so it's like, yo, he's running, he's running.
It's clear as
I'm
day that
telling
he's
you,
running.
Kerr is telling
It's clear
him.
as
He
day
probably
he's
going to Kerr. He got
It's clear
pride.
as day that he's
He
running.
got
Of course,
kids.
of course,
He's going to
he
Kerr.
got
He
pride.
like, let me guard my position. You don't think he
No.
begging to guard his
No,
position?
I don't
You
think
got
he's
pride,
doing
bro.
that.
I seen
I
you
don't
sit
think he's
down.
doing that.
Whether the
I don't
guard
think
bigger
he's
than you
doing
or not, you got pride. You don't think he got nothing in him that say, yo, I want to guard guys.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been the man of a team before, and I had my coach would put me on the weakest defender just so he could save me on offense.
That's just what they do.
But that's not saying I wasn't like, yo, coach, let me guard the best.
I'm not saying he asking for that. I'm saying he probably saying, let me guard Chris Paul, let me guard Damian Lillard.
No,
And
he
Coach
doing
Steve
that.
Kerr
He
is saying,
doing that.
Kerr is saying what he's saying. I gotta put you on a weak link because I need your legs, kid. I gotta put you on a weak link. I need your legs.
I'm not going
So my point being made, we got Lonzo Ball guarding the point guard, 94 feet. We got Brandon Ingram, young KD. We got Zion Williamson. Hopefully Julius Randle. Drew Holiday, can't say nothing about him. One of the best two-way guys in the league. If they get, Jaleel Okafor, I like him, but he's a backup big. If they get a big that can go up, just go up. Just go get alleys.
Yeah.
JaVale McGee decides to sign, which nobody's talking about. Him and Lonzo, best buddies, made rap songs together. You know what I mean? Like he was living with him for a while when he first came out there. JaVale's a free agent.
You think he's going to?
Yeah. Man, I didn't take $5 or $6 million to go to the Pelicans and catch lobs. Zion Williamson run the floor. That's championship nucleus. That's championship nucleus. JaVale got rings.
I feel like the reason why it could possibly turn into a championship nucleus is because I feel like Zion's such a great leader. I feel like he's somebody that can step into that role.
But your point guard's unselfish. Your point guard want to see everybody eat. Don't understate that.
No, I wouldn't understate that.
I'm saying that the leader on this team is Lonzo Ball.
Yeah,
the leader on this team right now is Lonzo Ball.
I don't feel like he can be a championship caliber leader. I don't feel like he can be a championship caliber leader yet.
Listen. I've been around this guy, I've been around his family, okay? Lonzo and LeVar have been waiting for this opportunity. They thought this was the opportunity he was going to get when Magic said, we're going to put your jersey to the top. Luke tried to bring him in slow.
To me, it seemed like
Lonzo wanted the ball. When you're a point guard, a la John Wall, and they just say, here, take the ball and learn the game. You going, greatness is coming. Because now I get a chance to make all my mistakes without nobody on my back, man. You know what I'm saying? Lonzo get the ball right now.
You think Lonzo is happy about this?
Yeah.
Well,
listen,
it seemed like LeVar
I can't
wasn't.
stay somewhere where I'm not wanted. It's impossible to play in those conditions.
It seemed like LeVar
I think
wasn't.
LeVar was more upset at the market that he was traded into. He's looking past basketball and into branding and doing things other than that. So I feel like the small market in New Orleans was what he was really upset about, more so than the team dynamic and what he was getting ready to step into as far as the Pelicans.
I don't think that people should say things out of spite, saying that the Lakers are never going to win the championship.
Well, we know who LeVar is as a person. So
listen. We
that's
don't know who he is as a person, man. I just seen him.
Met the man. What do you mean?
I've had talks with him personally, and I don't know who the man is. He's a different guy every time you meet him. What we know for sure is that he loves his boys.
That's what we know to look for.
All we know for sure is that he loves his boys, and whatever is in the best interest of his boys, that's who he will be that day. Don't think that you got a finger on him, because I've seen him say one thing and then the next day, in the interest of LaMelo, change it completely. Yeah, he changed the entire league when the LA team lost 2 games in a row and brought Jello into the JBA.
But Nicky's statement was
not planned.
Nicky's statement
Facebook had a problem with it, but he didn't give. It's his boys. You know what I mean? We're not losing this JBA
Nicky's statement was about right or wrong. He just makes decisions on what's best for his what
boys.
He said about the Lakers, though. Nicky wanted to know if he's right or wrong about what he said about the Lakers.
Probably being a debacle.
They'll never win a championship, those type of things.
Before AD got
right. So my thing is, if you he's gonna make statements like that. We've come to expect that.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So that right there, I don't take that personally.
The only thing you can put your money on with LeVar Ball is that anything in the best interest of his sons, he will go with, he will say, he'll be emphatic. Melo's number 1 next year. He's not going to be number 1 next year. Like, who's ever went, like, Brandon Jennings was like number 7 after going 10. I think like that was the highest guy to not go to college and go overseas. Yeah. They're not going to take you first. They don't believe that Australian league is the equivalent of NCAA basketball in the tournament. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like it's just like cut it out. But he does that so that people can start the conversation. Right. He does outlandish things just for his boys. That's why I tell you, don't put a finger on him unless you're talking about the best interest of his boys.
I can't look at him and say that he's more pro-ready than Luka.
I don't want to talk about Molly. I think that's despicable. I love what my guy, my newly, all-star running back for the Jets talked about. We ain't going to say his name because we don't want no drama getting started, but he talked about how she owes him an apology.
No, Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant said that.
Oh, that was Dez?
That was Dez. That was Dez Bryant.
Okay, respect to Dez.
Against that.
Respect to Dez.
And I feel like it was great that they had video evidence supporting everything that they were saying in defense of LeVar pertaining to that situation.
Yeah, that's his thing. He talks gears. Whenever he's somebody, that's his thing that he does, man.
They were just trying to twist that up.
He's a respectful guy, man. He's got a lovely, beautiful wife.
You can't do or say anything.
We host dearly, extremely dearly.
Man,
but let's turn the page. Let's get away from this NBA talk. We're going to get back to New York City. back to Brooklyn.
Here
we
we
got
are,
my guy
back
right
in
here, Bryce,
Brooklyn.
man. We're gonna get to know him right now with some rapid questions, and then we're gonna get into a little bit of street ball talk for all you dudes that's out here. Well, I know y'all watching, y'all be watching. Y'all want me to get back in the street ball, but I ain't gonna do it. I'm a legend. I'm trying to rest and retire. All right, Bryce, where are you from, man?
I'm from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn.
Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. That's where we
Bed-Stuy.
residing right now. You know what I'm saying?
Had to come
Big
back
up,
home
big up,
today.
big up. Favorite NBA team?
To be honest, I'm a home kid, so I like to say the Knicks.
All right.
I always
So
like-
he been going
My
through it for
man,
like 10,
my
15
man.
years, y'all. He ain't had a night of sleep since,
My
man.
man.
Since he started watching this basketball-ish. Favorite player?
Don't get mad at me, man, but it's Kevin Durant.
Damn, we got a point guard who like a
Oh.
7-footer who never played against a double team.
killed
God
me on
damn.
that one.
What high school did you attend, man?
Killed
We
me.
know about it. It's a storied place, man.
I went to Boys and Girls High School.
Yeah. We all know boys and girls. We're about 2 blocks away, you know what I'm saying? We love them down there. Coach Lovelace, if you watching, much love for you, man. Always looked out for me. What college did you attend?
I went junior college,
Mhm.
Jones County. Oh yeah, I still got the shirt.
Rep it all day.
Nice.
All y'all from the junior college, pay homage.
I went to junior college for 2 years,
Mhm.
and then I went to
Good
Murray.
roll, good
I went
roll.
to Murray State University.
Oh, Ja. Oh, you playing with Ja?
Nah, I can't. He came after me.
Oh, did you recruit him? Like you said when you came on this recruiting trip type shit?
Yeah, but I didn't like host him on the video.
Okay.
I saw him, we
Got a
tried
chance to
out,
speak
I
to him,
spoke
got a chance to
him.
play against him and all
Nah,
that.
he
But you
didn't-
know,
he
because
didn't-
when I went on
he
my
didn't
recruiting
work
trips,
out.
I was trying to kill dudes.
Yeah, like he ain't work
Okay,
out.
okay.
No, I mean he didn't play pickup, but
Mhm.
he had like one little workout.
Okay.
And that was it.
Was he talked about? Was it some like a buzz? Like, yo, he's coming to the school. So he really just came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
That's beautiful, man.
When I seen him, he had like a mohawk. He
Uh-huh.
had like red hair. He had these hoop.
I mean, but people always say that he was a weird
he had, like,
kind of
these
different type of
little
dude.
loop earrings. And I'm looking at him, he was real skinny, like real skinny. But he had some
Shit
height
ain't
to him.
changed.
He had some height to him. And when I didn't see him work out.
Was he recruited as a point guard?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool. So he had the handle. He had the things in his bag.
He was getting his numbers in high school was crazy.
Yeah, I did my research. I was like, man, you can't just come out nowhere and be that nice.
Triple double where he was at.
Yeah, you don't just be that nice. I gotta look at his high school numbers
Yeah,
because
his
no
high
way you
school.
come into it and you
But
just ready to go.
unbelievably, he was under the radar though.
Yeah.
People
Okay,
look at
be
his
like
body
that.
type, bro. You know what? I had to
Be
go to
like-
prep for 2
right,
years.
right.
They look at
Same
your
thing,
body and they
same
like, yo, he
thing.
not ready.
Same thing.
It's just
So
ridiculous.
I seen him, and then one of my bigs, they saw him work out,
Okay.
and they was like, "Yo, the way he jumped was crazy."
Yeah.
So like my first time actually I seen him his freshman year like dunking, like he was going behind his back and
Damn.
like, and I'm like, God damn, like he really could get up. And that's one thing. That's why he was number 2 pick.
Oh yeah. It's the athleticism
Yo,
factor.
yo,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really like picking guys. You know, you look at D Rose, you look at Russell Westbrook. You know, I'm not. Dennis Smith ain't get hurt yet, but he can't really put it together with all that athleticism. It's really hard to gauge what a guy's career is gonna be like when they're that athletic.
Right.
They're gonna be exciting, but are they gonna be a championship type team?
Nah,
I think the best thing about him is that he's a dominant playmaker also.
Okay, but let's get back to Bryce.
Yo.
Have you played professional and with him?
Yeah.
Have I played professional?
What's
Yeah.
up?
Yes, I played professional. This is my first year out. I played in Montenegro.
Okay.
I was in a city called Ulsan. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. They always gonna talk
Hey,
about
we do that, man. Take us a while.
But I was down in Montenegro. I was down there for my first year. I did pretty good. I averaged 22 points, 6 assists, and about 5 rebounds.
Okay.
What was the team success? Wins and losses?
We
That's
won.
what it come down to.
We finished 3rd place.
Okay.
We didn't have
It's a
like
playoff bid.
we didn't have like a I want to say like a playoff, like a 1-game elimination.
Oh, okay.
We had a Super League thing to where all the top teams in Montenegro. So we had the EuroLeague team, the FIBA Cup team, and my division. But it was more like the top. I want to say the top 16 in the country. They make it to the Super League.
Right.
And we play against each other twice, and the top 4 teams make it to the Final 4. And I went crazy in that, and I won MVP of the whole thing.
All right. My man. Yeah, shout out to another Brooklyn dude going over there making his name known, man.
Exactly.
You know, I took a lot of pride when I played overseas basketball. You know, I had a different situation than him. I was coming from jail, and I had a lot of people who didn't even think that I can conduct myself with dignity in class in those type of environments. So it was important for me to play at multiple places. You know, I got offered to stay almost every place that I ever played. but I always wanted to travel and go see new places. You know, I played in the UAE. You know, I did a little Muslim tour, Lebanon, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, Dubai. I played in Africa for 2 years in Morocco. I went to Italy and Europe. So it was just important for me to move around. What's your next move? Where do you want to go next? Where do you see yourself? Have you gotten offers? The summer's coming up. I know it's a big time.
Definitely. My phone's been buzzing since the season.
As it should, 2026.
At the end, like toward when I run Super League, like different agents was kind of hit me up, but I was staying loyal to my guy that put me in this position.
Okay. So
and I signed when I came home. Like the second week I came home, I signed to Edge Sports agency down in Chicago. Got some NBA guys in there.
Loyalty is royalty, baby.
Definitely. So right now we're looking at Holland, Germany, Belgium, Italy. Definitely. Like in Europe scene, you always want to progress.
Yes. That's what it's about. Never being complacent. That's my thing. You know what I mean? I always wanted to make more money, or if I wasn't going to make more money, I want to put myself in a position to make more money. So I'll take the same thing. A lot of guys got to make more than what they made last year. I'll take the same thing. Well, if there's more people, I'll go look up how many people in this damn country.
Yeah, you got.
I want to be where it's lit.
It's a
I want to be where
gamble.
it's lit.
It's a gamble. It's a risk. You know, and
you can be out of there in a week.
It's
man.
an investment.
Not a good fit.
It's a like I look at professional basketball as like a true investment. First, you got to invest in your body. That's more importantly. You got to invest in your mind. Like you got to be strong mentally to be on the whole other side of the world.
Definitely.
By yourself. Like you're really like as a professional. It's not like after practice I could be like, yo, let's go play 2K. Nah, you probably got a family. You probably got another job, or you
I know
got your
dudes
own
with online
friends.
businesses,
like,
man.
So
they be
really
in a laptop all
on
day.
my own in a whole nother world, and I just like I learned to more of who I am more than anything. So that helped me grow a lot.
So I know the summertime when I was playing overseas was huge for me playing street ball. Because I needed to be ready when I got off that plane.
Definitely.
I hated going to training camp and dudes was throwing up in the gully. I was the one that they're like, yo, he was working out all summer, now I was just playing ball. You feel me? So how many games you trying to play per week? I know it's not a lot of tournaments like it used to be. We're gonna talk about New York City and how it's changed, but what are you trying to do to stay prepared?
To stay prepared, I'm in top tournaments out here. I play in Gersh. Pro City just started.
Heard about a 30 ball last game. People talk.
I'm looking forward to playing in Pro City. That's one of my favorite tournaments.
Yeah, story.
What else? I said West for Hoops in the Sun, Dykeman. Just a couple, just to keep me, in game shape.
That was something Mike really wanted to talk about, man, with street ball.
So,
he's an avid guy.
Getting into the nitty gritty with street ball, just the questions that our hometown fans might want to know. Who is it in street ball that you feel like was like the biggest influence on you? I remember you as a young kid in 8-Ball Park, at 258, watching games and just seeing you dribbling the ball around, just shooting in between time
working
and stuff like that.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like a lot of people probably don't even know who Sticks is, right? Sticks don't even know this though, because we talk now because we older and things like this. But when Sticks used to come in the park, I used to be like, yo, how is this skinny dude? How, real talk, I was skinny. So I used to be like, how is this skinny dude doing this to these people? How is he dropping 30, getting 40? Scoring N1s, the little things. And I'm like, how is he doing it? So before I even knew about KD, people don't even know I knew Sticks. And that's the biggest, that's seeing that, bro, is just that just made me just knew yo, you don't have to be what people telling you, you don't got to be physically strong. You don't got to, and then KD came into play. KD, he not from the style, but he just known globally. He's 6'9" doing it. So it's that's how I wanted to be. I wanted to be a tall guard, killing cats. That's why I say KD my favorite player. But before I knew about KD, I knew Sticks, bro. I done seen Sticks give cats 40. And people feel that, and that's why I learned how to really you gotta be tough, right? You gotta be a dog. And my biggest, but as far as seeing him come in the park, coming to giving cats 30, winning MVPs and championship days, seeing him go crazy. My biggest influence was I say Eugene Harvey.
Okay.
Nunu from where I'm from. Right. He's from Boise, he's right there. And Nunu paved the way, and I can say my brother too as well, because Brent Jones, he's 2 years older than me. But before, Nunu's older, he's older than both of us. So, and Nunu had the hood fame, and he had, and NCAA on fire when he first got in. You know what I'm saying? So
that first year.
seeing Nunu in street ball, like it was like, I never seen nobody get 60 with
that's
no jump
homage,
shot.
man. I man the tag Nunu on that boy. I watched Nunu. I sat there on my board. I used to sit on my board and just watch guys hoop. And I just see Nunu 60 with just layups, bro. Yeah.
No threes. He probably hit like 2 threes.
He was backing up, and
he's still going to them, or he'll cross him up, throw an alley or oop. So that was the first point guard.
For those of you guys who don't know, he's talking about Eugene Harvey, Seton Hall alum.
Played with him for 3
that was one of
years,
the
man.
standard
My
team
guy,
for point
my
guard.
guy, man.
Crazy, like I know about guys like Smooth 30, Trav.
Right. There you go.
Like every time he walked in the park, I'm not saying he didn't have to tie his shoes. You look at the scorebook, or you just see his twos, 3. Like he's getting 30. So I knew about Greedy, the athleticism. Vernon Till, when Vernon Till was really. I knew before I knew Dwight Howard, I knew Vernon Till.
Right, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was our Dwight.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I knew these guys. I knew these guys before. Like y'all paved the way for me before I even thought about dreaming for real, like the push for like even the NBA. Like y'all made me feel like.
I was gonna say how old were you?
I'll probably say this. I'll probably like
basketball was your love, your passion.
probably around. I'd say 13, 14. When I knew.
Oh no, definitely. I hate to put you up. I feel like the highest honor for anybody coming up in my time is to hear that guys was watching and learning and respecting and kind of building their own persona off of what they was watching. Because when I watched Charles Jones or Booger Smith,
kids up.
you know what I mean? Like, yo, when I watched dudes like that, it was like, yo, I'm gonna go kill the NCAA. That's all I thought, because I'm like, yo, he killing the NCAA. He from my hood. Man, I'm gonna go kill the NCAA.
These dudes
so I had all the confidence in the world going into college, because I'm like, yo, I done seen dudes from my neighborhood playing in my park who get crazy. So none of y'all can hold me. Like, none of y'all can stop me. That confidence go with you everywhere. But, man, I just want to thank Bryce for coming, man. Thank all y'all for staying with us, man. You know, we ain't been here in a while in the facility, but it was perfect for the interview we had today. I want to thank our host, Nikki, who always makes the trip to Brooklyn, man. We love her. And all y'all just be good to yourselves, man. And, you know, this is me signing out, Stick Show.
Your boy M Extra. It was great to come back home today.
Nikki Marie.
And your boy Bryce Jones.
All right, y'all take care of each other, man. Be good, be safe out there, man.